I think we're back. I think we're back on Beyond the Bedlam. It's been a long time. It's been time, hasn't it? It's been time. Bare time. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back talking to y'all about films and stuff. I can't even remember the last one we did. I think it was Logan, the last film we did. Since we recorded that, we did go and see Kong Skull Island. We did kind of promise a video, but I think Kong's kind of gone whoosh, whoosh. You've either seen it or you haven't. It was awesome. Recommended. Ramrod's going to recommend something very current, but very important.
Black currant.
Oh, brilliant. Punch the shit out of that. A couple of nights ago, we went to see Get Out. It's absolutely film of the year already for me. Last year I saw Green Room, and the moment I saw Green Room I said, this is the best film I'm going to see all year. It kind of got pipped by Train to Busan. I didn't think that was going to happen. But Get Out is without doubt the film of the year so far. Blackcurrant and all that shit. Let me just tell you, in case you didn't know, Get Out has just gone mental across America. Audiences have gone absolutely sick for this movie. Now, when you see the trailer for it, you kind of think you've seen everything already in the trailer. Trust me, you haven't. I do want to say, though, if you can go in cold and not watch the trailer and not know anything about it, you will be rewarded. That said, we had watched the trailer and still we were just riveted for the entire duration of the movie. It's written and directed by Jordan Peele, who's one half of the Key and Peele comedy duo from America who did that comedy movie Keanu. Keanu was this movie come out 2 years ago, I think, about two black guys who are too white for their own good, who lose a cat and they have to get it back. It's a really brilliant comedy movie. Now, Jordan Peele's gone off on his own and written and directed his own movie. Now, I found with comedians, most comedians got this horrendous dark side to them, which is what gives them that balance between being maniacal and depressive at the same time. And he's kind of made this perfect mixture, which I could compare to probably something like Return of the Living Dead or An American Werewolf in London, as having that beautiful balance between making you really laugh, and I mean really laugh at some of the stuff in it, but absolutely have your shit in your pants. And nudging Zoe next to me watching the movie going, what the fuck is going on? It was that brilliantly made. It is heavy on the racial vibe. Now, it's made by a black guy, very self-aware of what he's trying to say, very poignant in Trump's America. You'll get all that when you watch it. It's not hidden away, it's not hinted at. It's a film about that. It's about how, mostly in America now, obviously they've had a lot more problems with racism. We have problems everywhere, unfortunately, still today. But in America, race is still a big issue. So it's playing on the fact that white people, en masse, still don't know how to deal when there's just a singular black person thrown into the mix. We follow Chris and his girlfriend Rose, who are going to Rose's parents' house for the weekend to meet the family. Now, Chris is a bit apprehensive because he's very aware he's a black man and he doesn't know if her parents are aware of this, and obviously he's apprehensive. Chris's character is one of my favourite characters in a horror movie. I'm saying horror with this shit going on because it's like a thriller, but it goes into the realms of horror. He's apprehensive because he doesn't want to stir the pot. He doesn't want to upset anybody. This guy you're rooting for from the start. He's not, hip-hop, hood savvy, too urban for his own good. He's played as a real person, and you do empathise with him straight away. But he goes there and the parents seem a bit cringy, but really nice to him. Then we just go into a small, and no spoilers here, a small little thing that weekend, it's the family get-together. Chris didn't know, and Rose has gone, forgot about it. So all these white people are going to turn up at the house and meet Chris. Now, poor Chris is just going to have to ride this wave. What happens thereafter is nothing short of a nightmare. If you've ever seen Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror show, it's like an episode of that, where you start off in a situation, it's well written, it's very sharp, it's very, very funny, the stereotypes are all there. it feels like something that's going to go down as like an all-time sort of thriller. It's going to be up there with Silence of the Lambs and stuff like that. It does keep you laughing all the way through, which you need, because it's so fucking tense. But it's so fucking well done, because you don't know what's going to happen. You think you do. A lot of things happen throughout the movie, but it's one of those movies that in retrospect, it rewards a second viewing and a third viewing, I can imagine, because it's one of these films that slowly reveals little tidbits, and by the end, when it all comes together, you start thinking back over the things you've seen. It's such a great movie. Like when The Sixth Sense first came out and everybody went mental for it. Problem is with The Sixth Sense is once you knew the twist, you kind of were done with the film. Even though it rewarded a second viewing, you could go back in the same vein and look at things and go, oh, that makes sense now because of that, and that makes sense because of that. This, I think, will have a lot more longevity to it. I think politically as well, it's saying a lot more, and it's... Are you alright? So you have a little yawn there.
Yeah, sorry, I was just taking in some oxygen.
Oh, she's having a breathe. I'm having a good rant about this one because I can't recommend it enough. Ramrod really, really recommends Get Out. I want to see it again instantly after we come out of the cinema. Again, I'll say it. It's funny. It's terrifying. It's like an all-time thriller for me. Jordan Peele has absolutely fucking nailed it down. Watched interviews with him on YouTube after watching it, and it's like, I don't even think he can believe how well received it's been. Whatever this guy does next, I think he's got the keys to the city now. He just fucking knocked it out of the park with this movie. So Get Out, no spoilers, is one fuck of a great thriller. It's a horror movie and it's a comedy. I can't say nothing else great about it than that. I mean, Zoe, what do you think? Get Out?
Incredible!
She's trying to say it.
Incredible.
It was fucking awesome. It was just fucking awesome. A little tidbit story. It kind of was quite funny to me and Zoe and Zoe's dad, who comes to the cinema with us often. We all enjoy films and have a good time. When the film finished, bear in mind we live in North Wales, and it's a majority of the audience is normally white. Now bear in mind this film is about race and racial stereotypes. Don't get me wrong now. When the lights came up, everybody was kind of looking at each other, kind of in amazement of how fucking brilliant this film was. I think everybody was shocked about how fucking enjoyable this film was. Now, a few rows down from us, we saw about 3 lads sitting there, and I clocked them kind of looking back up towards the audience where we were with, like, astonished looks on their faces, like horrified looks on their faces. So we were kind of like, what? And as I looked to my left-hand side, there was a black couple getting up to leave. What this film had made people feel in the audience was like we should have checked if they were okay. Like we needed to say sorry to them for what happened in this movie. That's how powerful it was. These lads' faces, they didn't expect to see a black couple in there. And they were terrified because they were white. Now that is power. Well done, Jordan Peele. And if he ever knew that happened, he'd probably think it was hilarious. Because that is the point of the movie. It's how there's still stereotypes out there and there's still racial tension, whether you want it or not. People are just fucking helpless in some situations, as these lads were. It was a fucking priceless moment. So Get Out, you're not going to have that experience, you know, that was just ours. But it is fucking magnificent, so we heartily recommend you go and see it on a big screen, because the soundtrack is fucking awesome on it as well. Really does it justice in a big screen, in a big auditorium. So I hope you enjoyed that little review. We've got another one coming up this week, and I think it might be a bit more nice one. Something for the fluffy nice people out there.
And the kids.
The kids! Kids watch this channel!
Well,
I just said fuck about 100 times.
Yeah, but you can't do it in the next one.
Fuck. I'll get it out my system
Get
now.
out now.
Yeah, because the next one's going to be nice and fluffy. So stay tuned. We're sorry we didn't do Kong Skull Island, but briefly, it was fucking awesome. Of course it was. It was a King Kong movie. What the fuck did you need? There was loads of monsters. Right, so we're going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us, because we will be back doing a hell of a lot more videos.
On jokes and puns.
Oh, there's going to be crazy shit going on. Loads of puns. Blackcurrant was fucking genius before. She didn't even fucking script that shit. So don't forget to subscribe. Drop us a comment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll see you again soon for another Beyond the Bedroom. Bye bye for now. Because otherwise we'll just go and do it in front of me DVDs if it looks shit. We've moved the room around and then we had to move it back because it just didn't
I
work.
had to move it back.
We
You.
It
I'll
didn't
kill
work.
you.
Varför tar hon för?
Not underneath.
Well, I'll do what I want.
Do the tops. So like my little Mr. Men. Jimmy Jamsy. We should do a Ramrod Recommends Mr. Men.
Ramrod Recommends Toes.
Don't do my toes.
Right, next one. My nails.
They're not ratty.
Good God. Oh God, that one's all curled over. It's curled over.
Go fuck yourself.